around or whatever, and you're like, oh God, I hate this motherfucker or whatever. Okay, all right. And all of a sudden it just goes bam, and you're right inside here. Let's say, and you're like, oh, I'm home, right? Okay, bam, bam, bam. Okay. My point is,
we're gonna. You guys were all wrong yesterday, right? Sure. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of continue on with the rat system we're talking about, and kind of cover what happened after the accident. Yesterday we talked about the entry itself, and the entry is just the intersection with the structure. That's what we're talking about. I'm not gonna write this on the board. Here's the lead. This kind of outline for you. What we're gonna really do is we're just gonna kind of cover. I'm not gonna get too much into the actual close quarter aspect of it. I don't need to know what's going to get rid of that. I'm gonna cover a few other things. So with the RAD program, there's three main phases to this. We have an entry, which is facilitated all destruction and reception. Okay, both of these allow us to get in. So let's start right at the here. Now that's not to say we can't enter on somebody without interception and destruction. It's just safer for us to do so. I was trying to walk up to a guy twice my size and the head went in. I'm flipping sensitive pain first. Chances are there's something where this good clock, coming in. I don't want. So what I like to do is I like to open the eyes first, feel them going, take a shot on that thigh, or just throw these bombs there and you just kind of simply destroy it, or whatever it is. It's a guitar corner robot kicker. And I'm out here in long range and I kind of get a feel for he's the kicker. Well, then I don't keep my elbows ready. My knees ready. As soon as the bike is coming in, I'm going to be blown away. As soon as we blow away an incoming blow, or as soon as we intercept somebody, it happens to our this favorite buddy, as markers, which is the straight legs. Okay. Direct pressure on the top. There's three phases there. Entry pressure and then final termination. Entry force interception destruction. Pressure when we finally get that interception or we get that destruction. We see that guy's and we see him paid, or we see his eyes repair up and snap him in the eyes. And we borrow that multiple time to take up distance. To safely go in so we can get a hold of this man. Because that's kind of for us, getting a hold of the guy's neck in a street fight is equivalent to professional football for a stolen touchdown. That's what we want to be. That's when the real fight begins. The real fight doesn't start out getting a lot of hurt. It starts when the mouth gets flinch and it's like a very control over head down something. Okay. So we use the straight line with short pressure to kind of close the distance. This will be considered the mission of what I'm involved with the blast itself, the straight blast is basically a modified question. They will show the straight blast, they will show the guys on their front leg forward, kind of blast on this faction here, that will be growing. If you put a pain on somebody, or if something properly, the last thing you avoid like there was this line after that you're coming right down the center line, blast. The blast itself, we're going to kind of walk slowly. Basically, go throw. When he throws it at Janet, and I give instruction, and I see that he's hurt, this is where I immediately go. When I'm here at long range, I'm calm. I'm cool. I'm collected. I'm just kind of seeing what he's got. I'm seeing where he's at. As soon as that punch comes in, boom, and I take that instruction, and I see that he's in pain. That's when I go from, say, 10-15% to 100%. That's when the animal instinct of me comes out, and I start blasting the okay. For training purposes, a lot of times we'll just have the guy for standing here, just kind of walk backwards. This allows us to kind of keep emotion down. Okay, now the way to do the blast properly would be just kind of run forward, full speed, on the practice on your own. Just kind of stand at a reference point, and then, run 10, 15 feet turn around again. But basically, all I'm doing is I'm rolling my fist, I'm going down this guy's center line, and I'm hitting it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. With as much pressure as I can, to get him going backwards. As soon as you guys are prostrating with different martial arts, you're going to everybody else. You guys ever practice your martial arts run backwards full speed? No, I'm going to say you would. And that's kind of what makes this work. Your straight lens is somebody you're occupying the center line. You got him back kind of when last of these uninterrupted. Okay, the goal is to cover this middle ground safely with the straight lens and then get to the neck. Once we got the neck, you come the outside button, you know, okay, that's kind of what we want to end up. You guys already did have a command. So my focus today is going to be kind of what happens if we're doing the straight lens and we have instruction. Let me just try this up here for me. In a perfect world, we're going to finish something before somebody. We're going to run down with other ones as fast as we can, as hard as we can, as efficient as we can, get through the flat. And you get to the next. If I hit something, fight this ground, or choke it off, so. Sometimes when it forces you, you just think it's screwed up. You can get destroy that game as well as you thought you could, if you're going in strength class, and decide to stiff arm it. He's gonna pull away, you're gonna take a wild swing with you. That's what we need. We need to have the ability to switch it back off, go from this, 100% animalistic, crazy man, back to, collective guy, go back to what I made. In other words, you need to have the ability to flow, not just from one range to another, but from one arc to another. Once you get to the guy's neck, you don't have to have money else. You can go wherever arc you want to do. Really rock even with it. Follow your arc. You already put the pain, you already did the face, you already went back. So you can throw whatever element you want in once you get to them. That's why we help with this. I would do better. Serious now, we're going to speak on. It's not always applicable. It's not always necessary. So the final phase of this, and that's the reason, by the way, that you can really straight the ranges, the people who don't do the whole thing. And so if we do have to take it into their own, there's already been there, we've already done it, we've already studied enough times in class. Well, it's not. You're not going to have to worry about paying for it. You won't be qualified. We haven't developed it. We haven't done one thing over the course of 5 years. That was probably one particular rate. You kind of looked at the whole going. Luckily, this training brings out a lot of activities. So the final phase of this would be management is north for determination. Which brings out our head on these off. This is kind of the right program in a nutshell. Somewhere along this way, though, on the straight grass, they made kind of instruction. Okay, so that's kind of where we're going to go. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to kind of show you guys. Drone, by the way, is one of my students. This is a video. He's been with it quite a while. We guys saw that. We can help you out. I'm just going to kind of show you guys some basic tracks. I don't do the problem where the numbers before. Now, initially, when we do our tracking sequence, we always start on the reference point. This reference point pretty much is a representation of what we may encounter. Let's say I'm going to run down this guy's center line, boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, I get this instruction. All this really represents is the guy running backwards. The guy getting lucky and getting the hand up. He's trying to stop something he can hit. It's at that point we disregard the straight lines and we go over to use our tracking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, and there's a couple different tracks. Or I shouldn't say different tracks. What I should say is once you track a guy's arm up, there's a couple different responses to get to that point. Sometimes you might track a guy's arm, but it's catch it straight. In this fashion. Okay, a lot of guys do that. Push the arm down and come to hit again. Next thing you know, they say, no, he ain't going to hit me. And you just right in the box. He comes in the trap, my arm goes, oh shit. And I turn here. Well, we have an answer for that. Okay, go ahead and follow the double box. Okay. Now watch my point of view. All I'm doing is I'm going to tracking, I get this response, boom, so I just trap the arm. Once I get past this, I get back to my head, I need to know. All I really did though is I see, or I sensed, or I felt something interrupt my strength flash, and I chose the appropriate arm. I felt the energy, chose the appropriate response. In this case, it happened to be tracking. So I'm going to walk you guys through this couple basic tracks. We're going to go back to square one. You're going to stand up. We're going to have you guys going to pair off a little bit. All right. I'm going to have one guy act as a feeder and just kind of stick the jab out there. If you have gloves, put gloves on. But watch us run through this a couple times here. Real quick, let's make together. What I'm going to have Jerome do is I'm going to Actually, I'm gonna have repeat me a bunch. Just kind of open your hand up and stab it, okay? And as soon as I get the sign that he's hurt, slowly, just kind of take 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Get the instruction. From here, I'm gonna just go ahead and push his hand down and get to this trap here. Once he holds center line, it's gonna simply let go of his hand, bring it up to here, and do a double trap. And we're gonna get that far, okay? So watch the sequence one more time. We're out here in long range, we're nice and calm, we're cool. He goes in and boom, I get the instruction. Boom, 1, 2, 3. I get the instruction here. I mean, it was the trap. I get a block here. I go to trap. From this point, we can go back to what Matt showed you very desperate, which is what I run the doubles. Okay? So this is just one response you may encounter in street fights. It's just one energy a guy might feed you. Now, when we're talking about energy, what we're really talking about is being able to relieve pressure and relieve what this guy is doing. Okay? We have a lot of drills to accommodate relieving pressure. Move like drills. We go to the right, we go to the left. Okay, we switch back and forth. We have one style drills, double right pulse. These are all just drills to help us further the pressure. A lot of these drills are all formulas, all kinds of shit. Okay, all these drills are just meant to do one thing. It's meant to help us relieve what the opponent's doing. Even where his arms are, even when he act out. Maybe the time we punched him did, he said, let's try to get this shot here. This story didn't go in the pilot. Hold it, move. And then it goes, well, you didn't stop. We're going to go from the straight points. So, what we're doing is we're going from long range fighting, kicking, punching, to the middle part of the fight, straight lines. And counter the instruction, I don't know what man showed you guys yesterday, but once you get past this phase here, you trap. Once you get past here, if you want to go ahead and throw these tools in here, then I'll go here. Okay, I'm trying to teach you.
Ben.
You done?
Most of your system, most of your, most of your, say you don't want to destroy, you don't want people in the hospital. Ben.
And the training we're doing now involves the guy himself. We're actually sitting on the street camera here, and we're deploying the kind of stuff. Self-perfection is actually spending time in the qualified instructor, seeing this, experience, and actually working this practice. Basically, okay, so I'm moving over to the next track down for this. I want you to really understand the concept of the performance. The concept is we control ball, you receptor destroy it. One line of center line, you can face as fast and hard as you can, and then once you face the obstruction, you move it all around. That's your limit. As far as traveling in the street was concerned, you're only going to do two things. You're just blasting through it, or you're pulling it through. It's beating, you're outside of the slap. You don't really, the trash is not going to look like you do. In class, they're not going to look like you do this thing. Hey, they're going to, I just think you're all day long, you're acting real pretty. See this across the LNC? That's what you're here. He's the trash, this is a little back today. I think it's a little pretty, it's not like all day long to play. They were real like fight, though, it's not going to play from us. But yeah, he is going to recognize the big response. Realize that. Well, to do those, we're going to walk through scenarios. And depending on how we go speak it up, we'll see how much we actually do. As far as the tracking itself is concerned, really only a couple of responses to be made. The first one is the regular track tests that we're going to take. Is that like in this? You can include this. The second one maybe is we're going through here. You have to walk around. The second one might be, I come in the track, or I'm straight blasting him. I'll go back to this. I get the obstruction. Okay. I go, oh, I got to get through this, so I blast through that and push his center. See, this time he's kind of pushing my hand this way. Well, because of the training that I've had and the drills that I've done, I can recognize that's what his parts. Now, what you might have done might be something like this to roll around it back in here. Instead of what you were doing. They moves out. Okay. Another response. Just, you know, if we do the first move, get from all the way to here. Feeling the center going around. I'm allowing him to push my hand over, going around, you make your arms trapped here. No. Okay, so that might be a lapse. Another possible situation might be into simply grab my hand and hold it. Well, if I feel this response, boom, I hit here. Once I hit it here, it's an automatically like grab. Once you let go back in the trap. Another time, maybe you don't grab my hand and kind of push it to the side. Once I feel this response, I go into this. Okay? And I continue on like that. So I'm not really focused on the traps themselves and the different ways of trapping. The idea though is that you encounter some kind of obstruction. So you're pretty much going to slash through it and hit, or if he's giving you a lot of forward pressure, you're going to hold. And if I feel forward pressure and I lock sound and blocks it, I might pull to this side. I'm going to go back into my shin. Right? So, the traps themselves are not that important, okay? But the theory of what to do with it. Okay, so I just kind of wanted you guys to get used to that. So if you're practicing this, we're going through this, and you're straight blasted, and it gives you some kind of response. The main thing I want you to do is I want you just to push this down, okay? And then he's going to give you a secondary response. Without knowing the traps, I want you guys to freeze. So right here, just a second. And I want you to feel which way he's pushing your arm. Is he pushing it up? Is he pushing it down? Is he pushing it straight back at you? Is he pushing it this way? Grab it, okay? Once you feel what he's doing, I want you to kind of react with it. I want you to get around with it. Use a little imagination. So I'm not going to be too specific on what traps fall off. I want you guys to kind of do it. So I want the drill to do something like this. These feet meet fast. Boom, like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I get the response. I'm going to trap. Let's stop right here. This time you got to push my hand to the sides. I'm just going to go all around it and come back in here. Okay. So just kind of go through it really slow. Try to watch your mechanics. Make sure when you guys go in jab, you're going jab. Okay. Make sure your instructions are right on it. And then when you get to that first trap, and you slap that hand down. Okay. In a real fight, guys, when I slap this hand down, boom, I'm blasting through it. I'm going to create some pain here. There's some muscles and some nerves in here. So I don't necessarily just want to trap, I might just want to hit that. It's going to hurt. It's going to create more pain. It's going to get that arm out of the way from it. So I can continue on where I go. Straight party. So this is like in this game, where you're pushing it down, just punch straight in.
So just start with the records. Look, if I do that, like that's what happened for me. Someone did like ad nauseum just against me.
It's a game.
What you saying? You go. Okay.
Okay.
So one here, and then the football bounce. Now we run this up.
Another response you get encountered. Again, you're going to need different energy while it's done. I like it straight lessons. I got to go to the center one. There may be a situation where he throws a punch in there and I destroy it, and I think it's destroyed, or I hit it at the wrong time, and all of a sudden you get a nice pace. I got to get that down for the long range, but I got to respond. So it's really a lot of awareness from the other. But what might happen, you keep punching. Boom, destroy it. Go very good. Okay, sometimes what might happen is he's straight blasted. I might just sit and turn away. I might completely give him a different energy altogether. Okay, and you see his reaction. At that point, you know there isn't anything to track. It's a really different response. If you say the field, you punch really good. Destruction, 1, 2, 3, all of a sudden he turns for me. I don't think it's the same response. Well, what's open? I think the leg is as big as you do. You're boom, you can want to blast it in. Once you blast it in, you might get put a foot or whatever the case may be. Or you can go over to the triangle, 1/3 way. He says it over, you boom, you put it over here, like exactly this game. You can get around the back side, you put it over the okay? So there's an answer for everything. It doesn't really matter if you know other than just being able to recognize and do the different response. So once you guys go through it again, real slow, either the answer they come in, whether it's slow, it's move, two response, there's nothing we want to do. Usually see him turn, this is what I want you to forget about what's going on here. Here we go. But I want you just to get this moving. At least you recognize.
Okay, so. Yeah, I've already. 1, 2, 3. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So whatever I feed you, you gotta be able to recognize what with it. And that become. The old Bruce Lee phrase, don't think. You gotta feel it. You gotta say, okay, I'm coming here. Bam, bam, bam. How you gonna block it? Bam. No, or bam, or here comes an oblique kick. Bam. Take out the knee. Bam. Bam. You can do, you come in. Bam. 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 Or, a lot of things. From here, you can take them down to the ground fighting, or some other stuff. I mean, your options, the point of all this is that you are not limited. As long as you don't have to stop and feel. If you stop new things, you're giving them a second. You want to take advantage of it. So, straight away. Right. You want to come with this knee? That's where, yeah, because that's where that nerve is. That's
Huh? There wasn't recording about that. It's like a little red light in there.
Hey guys, back to Sawyer. I'm not sorry for a while. So we heard 6 years. Right, something going to be. And see here, see if they're going to stop right here. That's why we're going to meet. Besides, birds in fact really out. This is how it's slowed down. Weird, but instead of having it be loose, we would push it forward. And it's doing you don't want this way from here. Or like we use it to the arm. Say it fully around because there we want to get. Instead of walking ahead of we would get up and we do. Once I get this, one of the arm, let me go to the arm. Yeah, I'm there you go. It's good for him. All you're doing is pulling him. So it's the deal. There's a public area that we can argue. I'm going to this real quick, right? I get this farm. I don't know if they put out here. I'm going to do is go back to her and develop it. And control the arm. Instead of switching everything here, and we'll do it basically like this. You go straight. I'll rush you here. This is something because it means to me that we found it. A lot of times, get really involved in something or technique or move or anything, or, it's kind of general idea. Feeling your manager. Just remember when you go to training, put yourself as many different possible realistic points as you can. Getting training was realistic, if you're realistic. Learn, giving flow from what you're delivering, maybe working out, whatever, start to find some range, work with straight lines as best you can. And on the environment, or at the quick with your paper when you do it again. If you don't with the road from one range to the other, from one hour to the other. If you find it in the mirror, there's new instructions, the magic punch to the end, it's kind of over right. All the way to the brain to the out. That program, it's really, you might know about it, you can share it with the network, you know, like, what they can do, the time to come in. You know, I want to read this seminar, we appreciate, we want to trade. You do a lot of different things in your life, very great, and, there's some time.
Mm.
Okay, that's this one.